This is video 1 of the custom page section, and today we're going to go over how custom pages work. So again, I am on my home page. This is where we've been working for all of our videos, and I'm going to come over here to where it says site pages. And if I hover on site pages, you will see all pages or add new. I can hit add new here if I want, or just so you can see them both, I'm going to go to site pages, and you're looking back at your menu and your actual pages of your website, which we've seen before. But then if we come up here to add new, hit add new, and we get some options. So custom page is the very first option that pops up, and that is the one we want. So we're going to go ahead and hit submit. Now this brings you to our background editor screen, and we need to name this page before we move on to the builder and do anything special. So I'm going to name this custom page. You obviously can name this whatever you would like to name it. After I name it, I'm going to come over here to save draft, and I'm going to click save draft. This just saves the name and builds the page in general, though there's nothing on it. After I'm done and I get my green bar, you can see here that I'm in the text editor. That's why this text is bold. And right next to it is the word builder. I click builder, and it is currently adding it to this page. And now we are back, just like we were when we were dealing with the footer in the previous video. We have the beaver, and it says currently editing page custom page. So as we get here, I want you to focus on this section. This is a blank page. There is this dotted line all the way around it, and we can add whatever we want to this page. When you first get here, you will have this box popped up for you. And in this box, it says modules, rows, templates, and saved. And then it has a little arrow towards the X. So I'm just going to hit the X so you can see where it goes. So this blank page, big plus symbol, hit the plus symbol, and I get my options to add. Rows is simply the layout of the website. So our options here are 1 columns, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, and so on. And then a few that have, 2 or 3 columns, but they're not even. So left sidebar, right sidebar. So the way that I want you to think of this design of the website is this is a row that goes straight across. The row then has columns within it. It can either have 1 column or more. This row down here, as I close this out, this row that's in our footer, and I can't edit that because that was a previous video and the editor for that is in a different place. But this row has 4 columns. Those 4 columns have 4 text items in them. This row has 3 columns. And this row has 1 column. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So as I have that section, these are the rows that I can add. If I want to add a row, then I just simply, you see the 4 arrows, I can simply click on it and drag it. You'll see the blue line, and I let it go, and it takes a second, and then I'm back to like I was in the previous video. I see the blue box, which means that I can edit. Okay, as I'm here, I'm going to close this out, and you can see that I get 2 sets of editing boxes. I get the blue one that's right above my mouse, and I get the gray one that's over here, which only turns blue when I move to it. So the things that I want you to notice are this is for the row. So you can see when I get on the little wrench, it says row settings. Okay, this is to move it. Now there's no other rows here, so I can't move it up or down currently. And then duplicate it and row actions, okay? Then when I'm in the column, I can move it. Again, there's no other items in the column, so there's nowhere for me to move it. And then duplicate it, and then column settings, and then X to remove. So I have a column, just think of it like a container. There's just this space here that I put on this row. You can think of the row as a shelf. Think of the column as a jar. So I have 1 shelf with 1 jar on it, and then I can put things into the jar.